Hello YouTubers! Today I got something exciting in the mail. No, not because I'm an awesome reviewer, but because I forked over the $100 for it. What we have today, the Corsair Voyager GTX. What I really like about this guy is I'm so sick of USB drives being so slow. Even 3.0 they're so slow, but this guy is like an SSD in a flash drive. It's pretty darn awesome. So the package is pretty straightforward. You only get the thumb drive. There's no extension cable, which would have been awesome. Come on, Corsair. What was that, like 10 cents? The drive's a little bit big, yes, but you can make it work. Packaging is standard pain in the ass. I cannot get it the hell out. Probably should have used scissors. How many layers are there? Oh, tearing is good. Tearing is real good. Oh, we're almost there. Almost. Come on. Oh, I think I'm sweating at this point. And look, we have success. First thing I notice, wow, this thing is solid metal. It is heavy. It just feels like it could take a beating. The weight, I mean, just imagine a bar of steel. That's pretty much what it feels like. The cap definitely has some rubber in there, so I don't know if it's technically watertight, but it sure feels watertight because it's definitely snug going on and off, which is a good thing. Fit and finish are perfect. Feels great. So far, I'm happy out of it. First things first, gotta plug her in. You make sure you have a 3.0 super speed port. Please don't make fun of my Alienware because it's actually a pretty damn good machine. Plug her in, you get a nice status LED, and off we go. Out of the gate, the numbers are exactly where I expected them to be. 362, 200. Yeah, it says you can get more. I'm sure if I used a dedicated rig and tweaked every little thing, I could get some higher speeds out of it. But, you know, those read speeds are great. The write speeds are great. Again, you know, this is miles from a standard USB. Now, to put things in perspective, I have two Samsung SSD 840 Pros running RAID 0 in my machine. And this is a quick little speed test here. And what you're going to see is, we'll basically say, bleeding edge top of the line RAID 0 internal stuff versus what you can expect out of one of these guys. So here we have a speed up of my internal SSDs running on RAID 0, and I've tried to speed it up so it's not too boring, but I want you to understand that this is the baseline, right? Like, we should never expect this out of USB 3 because it's not even designed to go this fast. But this is typically what we can see on, we'll say, the more high end of the available options out there right now. So this is, again, just our baseline. Next, we're going to show you some other baselines so you understand the real comparison of what this thing can do. Now that I've shown you the difference between what this device can do as far as megabits and as far as what internal RAID 0 SSDs can do, I'm going to set up a timer. I'm going to take this 11 gig file, I'm running this in real time, and I'm going to transfer it to the drive. I'm not going to bother doing this file transfer to the SSDs, as what we're really talking about at the end of the day is USB 3.0 storage devices and what their thresholds are, what they can sustain. So again, an 11 gig file going to the GTX right now. That's what we're watching in real time. As soon as this completes, I'm going to show you the same thing with another Corsair thumb drive that is not their SSD controller. It's only a 16 gig. However, it is USB 3.0. Now, we're averaging, let's just say, 100 megabit in that ballpark for this transfer. You have to keep in mind also that I used a folder that is exactly 11 gigs, but it's full of everything. It's full of image files, RIP files, I think there might even be a couple movie files in there. So the SSD or thumb drive, whatever you want to call it, has to, you know, it's not just getting one gigantic file. It's getting all sorts of different things. So I think this is going to be the real, a good real world baseline test. Here in a second, I believe, yep, we're almost there, almost. 129, 130, 131, and boom, 1 minute 34 seconds. Alright, we've got our 1 minute 34 seconds. Now we're transferring to the regular USB 3 drive. Now I have this sped up so we don't have to sit here all day, but we already passed the 1 minute and 30 seconds and it was only about a tenth of the way done. So USB 3.0, all devices are not created equally. We're still chugging along here, 4.5 minutes. Same 11 gig file. It's a Corsair thumb drive, but it's just a standard 3.0. We're not getting nearly the throughput that we are with our SSD controlled GTX drive. So I'd have to say this is pretty conclusive. This standard USB 3.0 drive is taking forever to copy this 11 gigs when you could have done it in 1 minute and 30 seconds with the GTX thumb drive, both using USB 3.0. Yeah, you're going to pay a premium, but the time saver if you're moving around big files, totally worth it. It's an awesome device.